Okay, so this is the second part, OV Transport Guide, coming to you real quick. There are other things that you want to have too, or at least consider. Okay, so first thing I want to show you guys is a fire extinguisher. Okay, this is a little bit different, completely different design, smaller as you can see. Real easy to pull the tab. I'm not going to pull it obviously, but it's very self-explanatory. Literally, you pop this tab. This rises up and you can fire it. Safety purposes, I'm not going to use it obviously. Very small. You can put it in your back, under your seat, you know what I'm saying? Guys and gals, you want to have this for several reasons, okay? God forbid something happens, you get an accident. But in case that does happen, having this is a key lifesaver. And this, notice, if you guys notice this is for any type of fire, you know, A, B, or C, you know what I'm saying? So this is something that you can use, or you see somebody in the road that the fire's about to start, having this and shoot it on there. Now, very simple process, because a lot of folks don't know this, and I've done a lot of fire safety tests and stuff. I had a gentleman that showed me how to use A, B, and C quite a bit, pull the pin, you know. This here, okay, is very simple. You can literally see what you have to do. Very simplified. Literally, you pop this, and once this comes off, that's the red handle that you push, and you have the opening already, okay? But be sure, guys, you always aim at the base, at the bottom of it. You kill the fire from the bottom, right? Not so much from the top. I know it's easy for us to, you know, shoot everywhere, but at the base of it, you know, to is it completely extinguished. Again, something like this you can get on Amazon. They usually sell 2 or 3 packs of this. Ideally, you want to have this in your car. You just never know. Like I said, God forbid. But hey, I say this. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. On that note, go to number 2 thing. Now, we're all used to having jumper cables. You know, if you're old school like me, you have the big wire things with the, sometimes you just have the wires and, you know, make sure you can have somebody for a jump out in the street. We've all done it, right? Well, what happens if you're in a barren place and nobody's there? Or you waving people down and they're like, no, I don't want that guy. You know, leave me alone. You know, he looks dangerous, right? Okay, so, and now, of course, too, you have some that has a little air pump design with it. And those are cool, too. You can plug it up to, you know, that type of thing. You can use those. Now, what happens if your car isn't working when you have to plug that sucker into the cigarette lighter? You guys know what I'm talking about. Those ones that has a little air pump, the little light on it. It has a little cigarette lighter that you plug in there. Some cars may not necessarily have the proper cigarette lighter, right? You know, sometimes the little device on the cigarette lighter of that air machine may be too loose, maybe too big, may not fit appropriately. You may not have any power, you know. Okay. So, again, these are just options. This here is much different. So this is one of many types. And everybody by now should know kind of what this is. But if you don't, I'll explain it really, really quick. It's a car jumper. And essentially, it also has it has USB chargers on there, right? To where you can charge your cell phone if you need to. You know, and I press a little button, completely fully charged. And I check these once or twice out the month, and if it's just a little bit low, I'll just give it a charge. A small little USB plug, I can charge in the house or in the car at any time, right? And also too, the biggest cool thing, let's see here. Where is the device? Let me make sure I know where it is. Let's see here. Okay, so I have this up right in front of me. So, and I have several of these, right? So this is by far probably one of the more simpler, older models perhaps. And literally what I do is peel this away here, okay? So I peel that away, that's what that is. And literally can just grip it, and it's hidden very well. And literally I can just pop this in there, okay? And as you can see, if you see that, it's ready to go. And this is a jump start. Obviously, you have your negative and your positive. Here, let me put it on my tongue, see what happens. Nah, just playing. So, okay, so these two, you have your negative and your positive. Put it in your battery. This also comes with a cigarette lighter, which is this device here that you plug into and put in your cigarette lighter. That's another way to jump your car too, using the cigarette lighter in this and plug into your cigarette lighter in your car, or the old-fashioned put in your vehicle. And I say you want to have that in the event that it's raining real hard and you need your battery jump, nobody around. This is very simplified, very easy. You know what I'm saying? Even an untrained monkey knows what to do with this. And again, the idea is just, sometimes it's easy to forget about something like this. And you're thinking that that's too small. Actually, this can jump a truck, okay? And all you need is a jolt, and that's it. And two, again, you can charge your cell phones on there, okay? So I'll give you guys a demonstration on that. Hold on one second. So, just to give you guys an idea, obviously, I can plug this sucker in here, bam, and I plug it literally into my phone and it charges up nice and well. So basically for me, this is like a 3-in-1 type of deal. You can charge your cell phone, you can use the cigarette lighter in it. It has a little flashing light on there. Let me see here. There we go. Little flashlight too. All compact in one. So your flashlight, charge your cell phone, jump your car, and also obviously having these on there. So these are things that you want to have. That one there, when I got it, was roughly maybe $70 at the time. Right now, they're about $45, $50. And again, that's something I got off of Amazon. And I've actually had that for a couple of years now. Works every time, you know what I'm saying? And I never leave home without it. I know where it's at in my vehicle. So again, when you guys are, out on the road, you've got to make sure that you're thinking about, am I properly equipped, properly prepared? Because sometimes we can get out on the road and there's things that we need that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? So these things are relatively cheap. They're probably cheaper now versus a few years ago because everybody buys them. And everybody knows about these things, but we usually don't think about it until until they're in some type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh man, I wish I had her. And again, it's one of those things. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, because you just never know. Or, you jump in somebody else's vehicle too. You're thinking about your fellow man. You know what I'm saying? So, again, these are just things that you want to have. And as always, just be sure you keep your stuff in good condition too as well. Like the fire extinguisher, be sure it usually has 2 to 3 shelf life before you have to change it out. And sometimes it's easy to forget about. So this one will actually expire in 2028. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we forget about that stuff, but we just want to be sure we're mindful, to have these things just in case we need it. If not for ourselves, for others. There are plenty of times that I've actually used a fire extinguisher on somebody else's vehicle, saying something's going on. So these are things that we want to think about and that we want to have, all part of the ride share game. And again, guys, this is kind of what we do. So other than that, I will talk to you guys later. This is OV Transport Guy signing off. Sayonara. Bye for now.